Hello, my name is Jean Cook. I'm the nursing librarian here at Ingram Library at UWG, and I just wanted to give a brief introduction to searching for nursing items here at Ingram Library. So most of our students, when they come to our library homepage here at westga.edu/library, they're going to start in the multi-search, this default search box up here. And that's okay. It's got about 130 of our 300 Galileo databases plus our library catalog. It's a good place to look for ebooks in particular. But the problem is, because it's shoving together 130 databases, each one of these databases covers a different department on campus. So we have some databases that just look at music, some databases that just look at politics, some databases that just look at nursing, some databases that just look at sports management. And when you search in the multi-search, you're kind of getting a little bit of everything. So it can be hard to narrow down to just the stuff that you want. This is fine if you just need 3 sources on a topic for a basic research paper, but as nursing students, we should want to find the best things that doctors and nurses have released on our topic. And the best way to sort of demonstrate that is to just do a quick search. So I'm going to search for parental rights, and we'll see what we get. So by default, it's going to search those 130 databases. I get 1.5 million results. I'm not going to look at all of those, obviously. Maybe I'll look at the first 20 or 40. But here I can see I'm getting stuff from social theory, from law reviews, from children and youth services, from civil rights stuff, Southern Illinois, more law stuff. And so if I'm just looking for parental rights dealing with nurses, I want to deal with parental rights in a medical context. I don't really care as much about this law stuff, the way that they're talking about like enforcement agencies and the disabled children and so on. And in fact, it'll even tell me which databases it's getting it from, and I can see I'm getting stuff from a bunch of basic sort of news databases. I've got PsycInfo, which is a psychology database. I can click on more and see that I'm getting lots of newspapers, lots of psychology and behavioral sciences, business stuff, education stuff. And I have to get all the way down here to get to the 19,000 that actually have to do with nursing. And that's only if I happen to know that CINAHL is like the best nursing database ever. So what if I just want to get parental rights in a nursing context? I'm writing for a nursing class. That's what I'm interested in. I don't want to have to sort through the rest of this stuff. Well, we could go back to the library homepage, and rather than click on this first tab and do a search, we're going to click on this second tab where it lists all of our databases in Galileo. And it gives us one nice little link, and that's where we list our databases by subject. So we've got all of our databases listed in alphabetical order across the top, but if you scroll down a bit, we divided out those 300 databases out by subject, and each of these have been chosen by the librarian for that subject. So I'm the nursing librarian. I created this nursing research guide, and I've listed all of the best databases I think our nursing students should be working with. And I tried to list these in the most useful order. So to start with, we have CINAHL, which is the best, most preeminent, prestigious, very well curated nursing database that we have. Underneath it, we have ProQuest Nursing, which is owned by a competing company to the company that owns CINAHL and does our multi-search. But where CINAHL is very curated, you have to be sort of the best nursing databases to get in there, and it only kind of searches the title and the abstracts. ProQuest Nursing actually tries to just gather the full text of as much nursing stuff as possible. So if you're having trouble finding what you need on CINAHL, where I recommend you start, get over to ProQuest Nursing. You'll find a lot more sources. It's a lot more forgiving because it's actually searching the full text of all of those articles. We'll keep scrolling down, and you can see that we have the database Medline. CINAHL is the preeminent nursing database. Medline is the preeminent doctor database. So CINAHL is really good for all of the things that nurses have purview over. Infection control, controlling the room, dealing with upset patients and upset doctors and upset parents of patients and so on. Medline is much more for like management of the hospital, epidemiology, diagnosis, treatment, diseases, all those sorts of things. We also have PsycInfo, which is the American Psychological Association's preeminent database. It's the CINAHL for psychology people. And in fact, this is where the APA, the organization that hosts this, is the APA behind APA citations. So if you have something that is particularly around a mental disorder or mental condition or anything to do with the brain, PsycInfo is a really good place to go. Even better than Medline for those. Medline's good for like body things. PsycInfo is good for brain things. Scrolling down, I also really want to stress a couple more down here at the bottom. Depending on your topic, these might be better places to go than the ones further up. AbbieInform is our preeminent business database, and we're in America. Healthcare is privatized, so anytime you're dealing with the American Care Act or insurance or hospital nurses as employees or discrimination in the workplace or anything like that, AbbieInform is a really good place to go. If you're looking at alternative homeopathic treatments, Alt Health Watch focuses on those. And then we have Sports Discus if you're interested in athletes, student athletes, anything to do with sports. So depending on what your topic is, you really want to choose the best database for whatever you're covering. And that might be CINAHL, a lot of times it will be, but other times you can try searching Medline or PsycInfo and get different results. So as you are thinking about where you want to look, go ahead and start at our library homepage. You can start in our multi-search, but if you're not finding a lot of good items on your topic, go ahead and click that second database and click on View by Subject, and just ask yourself, where on campus would you go to learn about this topic? Obviously, if you're a nursing student, you're going to spend a lot of time over here on this nursing choice. But, you know, if you would have gone to, if it's some topic about somebody in a classroom and you would have gone to the School of Education to do that, try some of those education databases. If it's about a student athlete, try some of those sports management classes. And by searching in the individual databases, you're going to be throwing out a lot of the chaff that doesn't have to do with your topic. So it's a much better search. And of course, if you need any help using any of our resources, you can contact a librarian. We have a 24/7 live chat here where you can talk to a librarian at any time of the day, and they will be happy to recommend searches and resources and databases for you to use.